of the week. Hold on. I gotta make sure I mute this as soon as we get on. Of the week. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm not gonna use this. Close. Thank you for joining us for another Winning Wednesday. My name is Alethea. I am trading with a few of my partners today. One being Ty from the Ty Said What Ty Said YouTube channel, the other being Nakaya, and she is going to be dropping any pertinent info in the chat, so just look out for anything that she may be posting. All right. So before we get right into it, there's a little bit of housekeeping that we need to get done, and Ty will take care of the housekeeping. So go ahead, Ty, let us know what you've got to tell us.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Good morning, Alethea, partner. How are you doing?
I am doing well. I'm excited for another Winning Wednesday. How are you today?
I'm doing well, excited as well. Thank you all for coming and joining us today. Hope that everybody's able to learn a little something, and maybe even take a couple trades with us. But before you do, we have to put out a few disclaimers. This call is for teaching purposes only. Alethea and I are not licensed traders, and therefore we are not responsible for your accounts. You are ultimately responsible for your own account. So with that being said, we want you to trade at your own risk. We have our recommendations of trading no more than 1 or 2% of your account, but you're trading at your own risk. You can trade less than that. You can trade all of it if you want to. It is completely up to you. For those of you who are completely new to this, Alethea is going to show you how to set up a demo account with one of the brokers that does not require you to fund the account, so that you can follow along and get an idea for what it is that we are doing. And then if you want to get some more information, Alethea is going to let you know just how to do that once we are, wrapping up this session. And before we get started, I wanted to say there are a couple of names that I'm not familiar with. I see the Edwards family and Deborah Glover. Now, maybe you've been here before and I'm just not familiar with your name, but would you let us know how you got here? Some people come because they see a post from my channel or they've seen the information on videos from my channel. Some people are following Alethea on Instagram or maybe even gotten the information from her YouTube channel. So we always just want to know where people come because where people are coming from, because it helps us to know what's useful in getting the word out. So if you don't mind, you can either come off of mute or just type in the chat how you saw the information about the call.
Hi, my name is Deborah. Hope everyone is well. I found out through Rudy Bosi.
Hi, Deborah. Thank you for joining us today.
And me, the Edwards family, I found out through your channel, Ty Said What Ty Said, and watching your videos, and I'm a subscriber to your channel.
Ah, thank you. Love to hear that all the time.
Okay, awesome. So we have 2 new people here. So therefore, I am going to show you how to set up a broker. So you won't have to just watch. You can actually participate if you feel like. It's going to be with Monopoly money, but so you can be a part of the whole experience. And thank you, Nakaya. Nakaya has just dropped the Telegram chat link. So if you like what you've seen on the call today and you feel like you'd want to learn more, join our Bag Ladies Telegram chat. Okay? And Nakaya will drop it again as we're going along. So now, when it comes to trading, the first thing we want to do is check the news, right? So let's get into the meat of the matter. Check the news.
Got
So
a
we
lot
go
of news today.
Yes, there was a lot of news. So we're going to forexfactory.com to see what this hour that we're going to be on here is looking like. There are different colored folders that you'll see when you come to the site. It's called forexfactory.com. I'm going to copy. Sorry, I need to move this down. Hold on. Let me move this down. Okay. I'm going to copy and I'll paste the website in the chat for anybody that needs it. Hi, David. How are you? All right. So that's forexfactory.com. So right now it's after 11 Eastern Standard Time. I'm in New York. So the next news event is going to be at 11:45 a.m. So in a little more than 45, a little less than 45 minutes, I should say, there's going to be an orange folder event on the euro. So that's a medium impact news event. Yellow folders have low impact news, orange medium, and the red folder has a high impact news occurrence, right? So when it's a red folder, you just don't want to trade that pair, period. So at 11:45, we see we have that on the GBP, that's the Great Britain pound, the US dollar as well. So we're not going to be looking at anything to do with that if we're still trading at 11:45. USD and GBP are no-nos. And considering the fact that Euro and JPY fall within that time, I will just not even look at any of these. If it was just the Euro by itself and orange folder, I may still trade it, but just reduce my risk even further. Speaking of risk, when it comes to trading, you don't want to risk too much of your account. Like Ty mentioned, you want to risk 1 or 2%. For the novice, I'm just going to say risk 1%. And when there is news on the currency, orange folder, you want to drop it down even lower than that. All right. So now, we've checked the news. We know that we're in the clear. There's nothing going on right now. So everything is okay. Since there was news at 10:30 on the US dollar, we want to pay attention to that a little bit though, right? So we know the news. So now we want to figure out what we're going to trade. So we go to finviz.com. Finviz.com. And I'm going to select Forex. And I'll just copy and put this in the chat again so that you can have it. There we go, finviz.com. So when trading, I always pay attention to the currency strength, and that's going to tell me what I'm going to trade. You want to know what and when. So the what is checking this so we can know what we're trading. So the US dollar is the strongest currently, as it's to the far left. The strongest is to the far left and it gets weaker as it goes along. So NZD is the weakest currency currently. So when the first or the base is stronger than the quote, then you want to look for buys. USD, NZD is a currency pairing that we can trade. So the US dollar is the strongest. So we would look for buys, or we would look for calls, or we would look for price to go to the north side. Whatever you want to say, we're looking for price to go up when the first one is stronger than the second one, right? On the flip side, when the base is weaker than the quote, say for the currency pairing GBP USD, GBP is on the right, so it's the weaker of the two. So I would be looking for a sell. So I will just look at those two currencies to start out, right, the day. And so now we know what we're trading and we know what it's going to be, the when of it. So how do we know our entry? That we go to tradingview.com, and that's where we would figure that out, right? So tradingview.com. This is a site that is free. A lot of traders use it to analyze the markets. There is a paid version, but you don't need to pay for it. It's free to sign up. The paid version gives you added features. And as you become a more seasoned trader, you may want to just, go along with that. I'm going to copy and drop this as well, so you can have that. There we go. All right. So before we get into marking up the chart, let me set you up with your demo account and show you how to use it. So we're going to use pocket option because, as Ty mentioned, that will give you a free demo. Now, there are quite a variety of brokers that you can use. And when I say broker, when it comes to foreign exchange trading, it's a platform. It's not a person, because I know that there are brokers who are humans, but we're talking about a platform, right? And so I'm not recommending this broker. I'm just using this to demo because it's the one that I know you can just sign up for it really quickly right now on this session. The broker is called Pocket Option. All right, so I'm gonna copy and I will drop this in the chat as well. So for the new people, you wanna grab this link that I'm dropping here, pocketoption.com/en/, right? And your page is going to look like this. Now, while you're here, you see there are a number of options. There's Facebook, there's Google, or you can use your email and create a password. Now, if you decide that going forward, you may want to fund this and use it to trade, maybe you want to use your email and create your own password, but you can always just hit the Facebook button if you have Facebook, and you'll be logged in with your Facebook credentials. Also, same thing with Google. Once you have a Google account, you can just use that to log in simply, right? So you can do that. And while I wait, I will go ahead and log into mine. So and I keep forgetting to put that I am not a robot. So let me put that I'm not a robot. And I'll log in. Can't a robot click that button too, like some way?
I would imagine that a robot could. I'm just thinking you sounded very robotic when you said that you weren't a robot. So, and I kind of think that that's what a robot would say if they did want to be able to get access to that website.
You think so?
I think that they would say they weren't one. Oh, okay. We have a question from the Edwards family, and you can just come off of mute and ask your question.
Oh, okay. When it came to the other website, Factory Forex, when you're checking the currency news, the folders, the red folder was high impact. You don't want to trade that when it's red. And then orange is medium impact. Like it can go either way.
It may or may not shift price a little. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. So you can or cannot, but if you do, you would lower your risk. So if you're someone that risks, say 2%, you may want to drop it down to 1%. If you're a 1%er, you may want to drop it down to 0.5%. But remember, for novices, you want to just stick with 1%, or when 11:45 comes around, actually, if we're still trading, I'm actually not even going to be looking at those currencies that had the folders, because there's also that red folder attached, being the US dollar. And somehow the US dollar, when it has something going on, it tends to affect everything. So
Okay.
it's better safe than sorry. Yeah.
Okay. And yellow is low risk, so you
Low.
can either trade or sell with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Okay.
all up to you. So for me, if it's just yellow folders, to me, I act as if it's nothing. But for Ty, she just will not trade anything that has any folders, period. And that's completely
Okay.
okay. It's totally okay, considering the fact that there are so many currencies to choose from. So what if you don't get to use this one? There are so many others that you can use in its place,
Got you. All right. Thank you.
No problem. All right.
Great question, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much.
So when you first log in to Pocket Option, it should have the candles like this. For those that were setting up a broker, have you set up a broker? Drop a 1 in the chat if you have set up your Pocket Option. Let me hold up.
Put a 2 in the chat if you still need some time.
Okay, so maybe you just want to follow along and not set up. That's fine too. Okay, so when you first create your account.
Okay, Deborah's finished. Thank you, Deborah.
Okay, awesome, Deborah. All right, so once you have the account created, it should look like this. It may not say AUD USD. It says that because I've already been in here. So you want to select whatever you have in that box here. Just select that. And it may be on stocks, because you can trade all kinds of things here. But we're going to be trading currencies. So you want to select currencies. And then for me, I like to select A to Z. Right now it's on percentage. So it has the highest payout all the way down to the lowest. But I prefer it on A to Z. So, I learned the alphabet. So it will be easier for me to find what I'm looking for. All right, so you select that, you click anywhere outside the box, and it's all set right there. All right, so when you're trading, there are 4 things that you need to be paying attention to: the currency pair, the price, whether you're going up or you're going down, going up or a call or buy or north side, going down or put or sell or south side, and here it just has the arrow. So, if I say up, this arrow is pointing up. And if you notice, when I hover over it, the green arrow pops up on the screen here by the candle. If I'm on the red down, you see the red arrow pops up, right? And the last thing is time. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, it's already on M1. So here you have the time first, you have the amount. Once you've created your account, you should have 1,000 demo dollars. So you would risk 1%, which is $10, right? For your trade. And in this box, we have the strike price. You want to pay attention to the last 3 numbers, because that's what me or Ty are gonna call out. We're going to say, right now it's on 913. I'd say 913 or higher, right? So I'm doing a demo using M1. You click on that, select M1. There it is. I'm gonna just use $1 for now, just to do a quick demo. And I'm going to ask the Edwards family, looking at this right now, do you think price is gonna keep going up this line? You think it's gonna keep going up or it's gonna go down?
I feel like it's gonna go. Oh, start at that line again. Where's that line you had before? Right there.
I mean, it's moving. It's constantly moving. Price is constantly moving. So you think that line is gonna keep going up or keep going down?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe by a smidge, but I don't think so.
You don't think so? You think it's gonna go up or down?
A down?
Down?
That's just a guess. Yeah.
Okay, just a guess. So I hit the red button. So now price needs to drop, right? We're in the trade for a minute. You see that red line? Price needs to stay below the red line, but it's gone way above it, right?
Oh, okay. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm looking at.
It's quite all right. It's quite all right. And I realized that I should have changed it to area. That makes it easier. So, but yeah, you need price to stay below this red line by expiration. So we know you're way off. So you owe me $1 now. You owe me $1. I'm just playing. This is a
That's
demo.
easy to give back.
All right, so I'm gonna change it to area because that's how I like it to be. All right, so there we go. So you can see it better that way. So yeah, this blue dot, it needs to drop down here. Will it happen by expiration? I don't know. What do you think? No, right? All right, so it's just that simple. So that was if we thought price was going down. On the flip side, if you think price is going up, you press the green button. And so now there's that green line instead. So now you want price to stay above the green line. And it's just that simple. But of course, we know that this was just me guessing, right? There's actual analysis that goes into doing this because you want to make an educated prediction. You don't want to just be acting like you're in Vegas, right? So the trade we took before, it was way out of profit. Now this trade, it's in profit for the moment. It just needs to stay that way by the end, right? And let's see if that's going to happen or not. Okay, so it happened. So and it says, congratulations, you've earned $1.79, right? So here it says trades. I select that. There are no trades open right now. So if I look at closed trades, I'll see that I did not earn anything, right? It wasn't a successful trade, the first one. The second one was successful. So I risked $1. So when you risk, if you don't have a successful trade, you only lose what you risked. If you have a successful trade, you get back what you risked plus the profit. So the payout was 79%. So 79% of $1 is 79 cents. So I made $1.79 on the second trade. Is everybody on the same page with me so far? Okay.
I am.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So I've shown you how to use the broker. I'm going to set this to 5 minutes, M5. And that's what I do in this broker. Now, once you've chosen whatever broker it is that you want to use, you may not necessarily be doing 5-minute trades because there are different capabilities that other brokers have, which mean you don't have to stay in a trade for that long, right? So a lot of the people who are on here who are actually my partners in trading already, they will not be doing 5-minute trades. Some will be doing 1 minute, some will be doing 3 minutes, 4 minutes. It's just once you've practiced in a demo, you will figure out what time frame works best for you, right? So the trade amount, everybody who just set up the demo, you may want to put it to $10 because that's 1% of $1,000, which is what your balance should be, right? So when I call out a trade idea, you're going to come here. Say I decide, let's go into Euro USD. You'll come here, you'll select that, and you will go, and remember I put it alphabetical to make it easy for me. So Euro USD, I would select that and then click outside the box. So if I think price is gonna go up, I would want to get into a lower price, as low as possible. So say, let's pretend that it's all the way down at the bottom right now. It's at 182. The last three numbers, I'd be like 182 or lower to the north side. And you would hit that green button, right? On the flip side, if I was saying, oh, we're going lower, it would be 172 or lower, right? And then, or lower, or higher. When you're going up, you want the price lower. When you're going down, you want the price higher, okay? Oh, hey, Country Mama, nice to see you here. All right.
Hi, Country Mama. I'm not looking at the Zoom screen right now. I'm just looking for a trade.
Yeah, she's watching on Zoom.
Hello.
I mean, not on Zoom.
On YouTube?
YouTube. Okay. Sorry. Hey. Yeah, she's watching on YouTube. All right. So with that said, let's get into the markets. Let's see what's going on. So I always like to have, I'm just accustomed to having things positioned this way. So actually, I'm gonna get rid of that. Oh, I don't know what I just did.
AUD NZD, if you're lucky enough to catch that to come down to 596, I would take that for a buy, for a north side trade. If you're feeling risky and you can catch it under 614, I'd say go for it. But yeah, definitely if you can catch it at, I'd say 600 now, because I'm doing a different strategy from Alethea, and my price changes. But yeah, if you can catch it at 597, great. If you can catch it at 614 or under, that's also good right now.
614 or lower?
Or lower. Yes, to the north side for AUD NZD.
So she got in, but it's already taken off. So yeah, that looks to be a winning trade.
Yeah, it is. Goodness.
Did anybody get in? Any of the seasoned traders?
Unfortunately, no. I stepped away for a second.
Okay. We'll get some more entries, don't worry.
Okay, Edward's family.
Okay, I hope I'm not sounding real dumb asking this, but on the screen, when you are doing when you're studying the chart, that line where the dot is, that's like on the live, when you're like trading live, that line will be there too.
Right. Yeah, this is live. This is all live. This is the actual live market right now, and price is constantly moving. So I'm going to markup. Okay, I'm gonna look at NZD, USD for a sell. I'm just gonna analyze right now and see if I find a good setup, just because we look at it, we're just analyzing. If something speaks to us, we'll get in. If it doesn't, we don't get in. Trading is all about patience. So I'm looking at NZD USD in TradingView. I had markups. I was trading it yesterday. All right, so I start on the day time frame, and I'm just gonna look at the previous day. I'm gonna put some lines at the top. That's the level of resistance. And I do the body and wick of the previous day. This candle all the way to the right is the current day. That's today. So I'm marking up yesterday's candle. I
Okay.
just did resistance. Now I'm doing support, which is the floor. Right? Then I drop it down to the hour, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to look at this hour that we're in. I'm going to look at the previous hour. Get rid of these things. When you don't have the paid version, you just have pop-ups. You just X them out and it's fine. And I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm doing it in red instead. And that's what I like to do. Use whatever colors you like. Then I go down to the 15-minute, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. And the 15-minute and the hour are key areas for reversals or continuations. Right. Change this to neon. And I'm going to look for my entry on the 5-minute. Now, I said that I'm looking for sells, so I'm looking for price to go down. I'm going to open up the software hourglass that I have access to from the academy that I learned to trade from. NZD, USD. All right, so I need price to come up to this red line, and that will signify the sell for me. While I'm waiting, I want to come to my broker and already have this selected so that I won't miss out. And I do not like not having the area showing. That's just my preference.
Mhm.
And we see it's already tanking. So what I need to see is a major pullback. And that's the only way I would get in. I'm going to need to see a pullback. I don't know. Since I updated my Mac, the page just keeps reloading. I hope my markups are still there.
Oh.
Okay, yes, they are. Oh! I restarted my computer this morning, hoping that that would have resolved the issue, but apparently not. I'm gonna have to reach out to Apple today. I still love them.
I know you do.
Okay. This was not happening yesterday.
I'll tell you, I keep getting shut out of my main broker this morning. It's been not so great.
Which one? Race option?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept getting shut out earlier.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
not just me. I guess I won't take it personally.
Yeah, don't take it personal.
Yeah, we're making too much money. They don't like that.
Yeah, that's how I feel. You know, I had a perfect trading day yesterday, and I feel like they don't want me to make any money today.
Yeah, I did my 8% 2 days in a row. I'm feeling like the man, the woman.
I would have hit my 5% today if I could have gotten in on 2 of the trades that I tried to get into. I hit call and everything shut down, and it didn't take the trade. So it's like, okay.
Okay, so for me, right now, I'd say if NZD comes back up to 768, I'm gonna look to enter. I was just about to set an alarm, but 768 or higher for the south side, NZD USD.
Yeah. You can get in at 596 at AUD NZD for a call for a north side. I don't know if that's how you're doing 596 to take it to the north.
596.
Yeah, you know, I do that for for a minute, but yeah, it's still in profit.
Okay.
And here comes the shark.
Oh, the shark is in the water.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in there for 5 minutes.
Oh, for 5? Oh yeah, you do these for 5. So here's the thing, Alethea and I trade totally different strategies. And I have found that with the strategy that I trade, DeLorean, that I have found that 1 minute fixed time works really well for this particular strategy. Alethea does chart markups. She uses the, cash traps, the Hourglass cash trap software in the academy that we use. And there is also DeLorean software. And that is pretty much catered to like 3 to 5 minute trades. And so she kind of just, like me, doesn't really adjust the time on her broker because she keeps it set to what she does. I keep my broker set to what I do. So a lot of the times when I take her trades, which I should be taking for 4 minutes, I accidentally take them for 1 because that's what I used to do. Sorry, you guys. My dogs are getting a little restless in here. Right
Yeah,
now.
but some people should have cleared already because look at it. Who cleared? Let me see in the chat who cleared Ty's trade.
I did.
Okay, awesome. Awesome.
I was
So
still on 3 minutes, so
Okay. Well, then you're in profit.
yeah, definitely.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that's 2-0 so far for the session.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brian
Nice.
said you can't get a trade in. I wonder if he's in race option. He said he's gone. He couldn't get a trade in.
Okay. Wow, this thing moved all the way over. Okay. Push, push, push. I forgot la música.
Good call. I just cleared.
Nice. Sweet.
I was mobbing through the beach, yeah, the city by the sea. Mama tried to keep me home, but I love the street. I was cooking up a key, trying to serve it to the
Great
street.
song.
Couple had beef, so I had the chief key. I got homies
What time is
running
it?
too.
11:42. I think we're gonna leave it right here because that news, all that news is about to happen with all the different colors. So yeah. Let me see. Yeah, NZD is pushed down, so it's not gonna come back in time. The news, USD was one of the news currencies, and so yeah, we're just gonna leave. We're just gonna not get into that. So let me move on to the next part. So we went 2-0, and so that's great. Like you can do 3 or 4 trades in a day and hit your target, right? And speaking of a target, when you're trading, you're not supposed to be just jumping on and just, oh, I'm going to make some money and trade. No, you want to have a trading plan. You want to know how much money you're trying to make for the day. You want to know how much money you are willing to lose, because let's not get it twisted. You can take losses. Like we just had perfect session. We didn't lose any trades that we got into. However, it can happen. And we want to have things in place so that when that does happen, it's just, just a little something off your shoulder. So you want to know what percentage you're going to make. Now, a seasoned trader may want to make 8% in a day, right? A seasoned trader may want to make 20% in a day. It's just what you want to make. You got to decide what the number is for you, and you just stick with it. Now, when you get started, 8% may seem small. It's very ambitious, right? You want to aim for like 2 to 4%, and you got to be okay with that. And let me give you some perspective. Think about opening up a checking or savings account with your local bank. What percent are you making on your money? Does anybody know? And that's them paying you. Do you know how much money they're paying you? Is it 8%? Is it 4%? No, you're not even getting 1% on your money. And that's not in a day. That's for the year. You're not making that, right? You're making like 0.0025% or something minute. You need a magnifying glass to actually see what you're getting in an account, right? So making 2 to 4% in a day is amazing, right? But how do we come up with our trading plan? For me, what I do is I go to this website called compounddaily.org. Here it is. And I'm going to drop it in the chat so you can have it. Thank you, Nakaya. Yes, join our Telegram chat. Yes. All right. So that's compounddaily.org right there. Now, once you're here, say you want to start an account with $100, and let's say that 8%, right? And say you want to do that for 60 days, which is 2 months, and you're going to reinvest 100% of what you make, because we're going to use compound interest now. This is a very powerful thing that if you understand it, you can make a lot of money. And those who don't understand that interest are always on the paying end. So let me show you how to be on the earning side and not just paying it out any longer, right?
And may I
So
add that you all, when Alethea says reinvest 100% every day, it just means you're not taking any money out. You're not actually making any other kind of transaction. You're just leaving all that money right there.
okay, thank you. Yes. So if you start with $100 and you decide you want to grow that 8% every single day, and you just want to do that for 2 months, not taking anything out for those 60 days. And we're not including the weekends because the market closes at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Friday, and it will reopen at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Sunday, right? So 2 days off. When it comes to cryptos, you can trade 24/7, 365, right? So how much is that going to be? Well, let's take a look and see. You started with $100, and by 60 days, you have $10,125.52. Now, I know I'm just saying it all nonchalant because I'm accustomed to seeing this now, but the first time I saw this, I felt like my eyes were going to fall out of my head because I know that if I put $100 in an account, I come back to that account in 2 months, I'm going to have less than $100 because they would have charged me for being poor. You're going to charge me the poor people tax, not enough of a minimum balance. But let's break it down to see how this can actually happen. Now, on day one, 8% of $100 is $8. So you need to make $8 and stop trading. And while $8 may seem like not a lot, like, oh, I can spend more than that going to Starbucks, just to get something to eat. I can spend more than that. Think about it in terms of the percentage, not the dollar amount. And people need to stop thinking in terms of that. When you grasp percentages, it's going to just change things for you. So you end the day with $108. So on the following day, since you didn't pull anything out, you have $108, and 8% of $108 is now $8.64. So you need to make $8.64 on the second day. I know, I'm like, oh, 8.64 cents more. And I know it can be a struggle, but when it comes to trading, you need to be disciplined and you need to have patience, right? Patience pays. So let's fast forward to day 30. On day 30, 8% is now $74.54. So not looking the same, right? Some people make this in a day. The people, there are people who make more, but there are some people who, if they could make this for the day, they're done because that's what they make in a day. But you can make this in minutes doing this style of trading. And I forgot to mention that this is high frequency trading. It's a binary option. So it's just a time-based style, right? Now, on the last day, 8% is $750.04. It's still 8%, but after the discipline and the patience and just sticking to the plan, this is what can happen. Now, there are 2 times when you stop trading. You stop trading when you hit your goal. If 8% is your goal, you hit your goal, you stop. Now, this is a calculator that I'm showing you, and we're humans, so we're not necessarily going to have perfect sessions. We can go over, we can go under. It's okay if your goal is 8% and you stop when you hit 6%. If you just find that you're just not getting over that hump, you're just fluctuating right there, you can call it a day. Also, you can take lessons where you find that you're not having successful trades, right? So when that happens, if you want to stop when you hit 8%, you also want to stop when you hit 5% on the opposite side, because that is a reality that you can have losses. I'm not here to make it seem like everything is just hunky-dory perfect all the time, right? But you manage your losses so that in the long run, you're still always just increasing your account, because the market gives, the market takes away. So when it takes away, don't let it take too much. You want to live to trade another day. And the next day could be a phenomenal session. You'll be like thinking about yesterday, like, drop in the bucket, right? So this is why you need to definitely have a plan, so you can manage what is happening. Now, if you feel like you like what you saw happen here today, or maybe you are looking and you're not really getting it, it's going to take time. Just join our Telegram chat. Nakaya, if you could drop that in the chat again for us, join the Telegram, and you can get more information there as to how to learn this skill set. All right. So with that, 2-0 session, that's great. We did it and avoided the news. So yeah, that was good. Stop share. The Edwards family, or Deborah, do you guys have any questions before we end this? You're welcome.
For me, when you said you don't want to take too many losses, is that like, I guess, the definition of a sell stop, where you set it up in your settings to where you only go so far before it like really blows your account?
Okay, so you're talking about sell stops. So that says to me that you have a little bit experience of trading. So what we do, it's time-based, right? So remember when we did the demo and I asked you to tell me, do you think price is going up or down? And it went in the opposite direction of where you
yeah
to go, and it was $1, right? So with a sell stop in regular FRX trading, the lower it goes or the higher it goes, the more money or you make, or the more money you lose, depending on what kind of trade you enter. But with this, where it's binary options, you are not there is no buy or sell stop, no buy limit, sell limit. You enter the trade, you risk whatever you want to risk, which it was $1 I did for the demo. And once you are profitable, the payout percentage had been 79% on that currency pair that we had selected. So I made the profit on the one that we won. The one that we did not win, all you lose is the $1. There's no risk of losing more than what you put in at the outset. Does that answer?
Okay, got you. And like, I'm still learning like the different wording that goes with this trading thing, because I've been like looking up a lot of videos and studying, and I missed a couple of your Wednesdays, and I like said I put a reminder in my phone to like find out your technique, because I don't want to necessarily be foolish and like unnecessarily risk too much money. I want to be more smart about like the plan of trading.
Yeah, this is the binary options style that I'm doing. So it's a time-based style where, I just decide, okay, if I'm in a trade for a minute, I'm saying, okay, in the next minute, price is going to go in my direction. And once it stays above the line, if it's a buy, or below the line, if it's a sell, for the duration of the trade, then I've had success. That's all. That's it.
Okay, got you. I like that. I like that technique. I do.
It is very simple. I'm so glad that I found this technique and I was able
Amen.
to learn. Yeah, yeah. But
Mhm.
yeah, thank you for your question. I love the engagement. So
Deborah has a hand raised.
okay. Deborah, what do you have to add?
I didn't have my hand raised.
Oh, I see a little
But
hand
no,
there.
it's okay. I might have pressed that by mistake. But again, I am totally new to this, so I'm just literally taking everything in, while also working with Rudy. You know, this is something I'm
Awesome.
definitely interested in. So I'm definitely going to be joining a lot more trainings, thinking about joining the academy, and also Ty, I'm definitely going to follow you on YouTube.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Have a good
welcome.
time.
All
And
right, thank
I'll
you.
be doing some live streaming starting Friday, which is my birthday. But for the most part, you're gonna get old
Lovely,
school
great.
scandals from me.
Love it.
Look forward to looking at those. Love
Thank
those.
you.
Thank
Yes.
you. I'm so glad. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. You have no idea.
Okay, awesome. So Winning Wednesday, another one in the books.
Yay.
Thank you